Alrighty.
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go!
Find the leader.
Come on!
Robo with a small fry, they're the thing that makes you stronger.
Come on!
61 more EXP, and then I get to level 10.
Come on! Come on!
Okay, so he's in the side part because he's not in the main section because Donald and Goofy fall on you, I think, right before you fight him. That or you do fight him by himself. Hello.
Come on!
Did you just whisper? Did you just whisper Hunter's a faggot?
No, I whispered he's a faggot. But yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, me and Juicy got pretty into it, but that fallen fucking Empire was fucking us up. And like, after you left, me and Juicy were trying to finish up, and I declared another war. The fucking
On
fallen
purpose or
Empire
on
came into
accident?
my territory. On purpose. The fallen Empire came in, and Juicy fucking signed a peace accord, so he couldn't help me, so I was fighting war by myself. Which was kind of fucking me, but I was able to build up and block his borders off to them by declaring a rivalry.
And you can just close borders. Like, this is the thing you can do.
Yeah.
The button.
Come on!
So it allowed me to prepare because they were a little stronger than me, but I could build up my armies. But the Fallen Empire came into my territory and beat me. And guess what they did? Guess what they wanted? Their one demand.
Humiliate.
Humiliate Juicy. They hated
So much-
Juicy so much that I gave him a territory on the opposite side of my kingdom so that way they wouldn't fuck with him as much. And they came into my kingdom and utterly obliterated me while I was halfway through my war, and just to fucking humiliate Juicy. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They destroyed my spaceport just because they wanted to give you a fuck you?
Nice.
Like, they weren't even mad at me. I was mad. Very mad. I can play this for a little bit and then I'll switch over to that. I'm not going to be on super late tonight, so I want to get in as much gaming in as short time as possible as I can.
So how long do you think you're gonna be on?
What time is it?
6:50-ish.
Maybe to like 8. I have to write 2 essays. They're 4 pages, so they're not that big.
I meant like how long are you gonna be on that game?
Oh, like probably 30 minutes. I'll probably try to just beat the first boss and clear out this first area. And I'm 5 minutes in, so about 25 more minutes.
6:30, 6:40-ish. Cool. Then I'm gonna be like mostly muted, typing away at another paper I have to do.
Alright.
Life of history majors.
Gosh, are these the
Yeah, this
Paper
paper.
you have to do?
Oh, so technically it's due Sunday. But the teacher's like, if you get it done by midnight on Wednesday, I will take it, I will edit it, make it an A paper for me, and then give it back to you. And then all you have to do is make it changes, and then resubmit it and you're good to go. And I'm like, it's my last semester as an undergrad. I should try. I should yeah, I'm gonna do that. At least for this first paper. It's probably one of these except like everything hits me. So like the semester is really easy in that I don't have a lot of stuff to do, but when they hit, they all hit.
At once. Yeah, that's kind of the problem I'm dealing with. Like, I got 2 essays. And
Yeah. So it's like I have this essay. It's 3 to 5 pages. I have my philosophy paper that is only 500 words. And he actually weird class because he specifically says that you are to use his exact intro paragraph. You have to use his intro paragraph. Because he wants his whole structure of papers more or less the same, I guess. But
wouldn't that make it easier to cheat?
But he's like, it's weird. It's kind of weird. The shit that he has is copying out towards the 500 words. So I'm not fully complaining. But the kicker to the whole thing is that it's more about editing than making sure that content. Because when I turn it in, I have to turn in 5 drafts of my paper, but edited drafts, like, has to be marked. And then my final paper. So my first one, I'm not going to correct almost any of my spelling issues that I normally would, like, correct. Like, I would correct as I go, but I'm just gonna be like, no, fuck that. I'll fix it later. So that way I have a free draft done. I'm gonna do another draft off of that one. Then I'm gonna do the writing consultation that we have Friday.
So, you were looking for me?
Then I'm just gonna
They
edit
too
my
have
paper
been
2 more
seeking the
times
wielder of the
and
Keyblade.
call it good. But he's
Hey,
like
why don't you
expecting all of
come
us to
with
do
us?
trash
We can
papers.
go
And
to
I'm like,
other worlds
motherfucker,
on our
I've been
vessel.
writing for 2 years at
I
this
wonder if I
point
could find Riku
and
and
getting
Kairi.
like B's and A's on my paper.
Are
I
you
don't
sure?
care. My last semester, I'm probably gonna do halfway decent, or at least better than you were expecting of me.
Sora, go with them.
I don't know,
Especially
that
if you
might
want
be
to
a
find
bit
your
pretentious, but it's also just like
Yeah.
it's a lot of writing. 500 words.
I've got
I
2
sneeze out in a
papers I gotta do tonight, but each page has a separate category, so it's like write a page for a specific subject, so it's not
you
like
gotta look funny.
I have to
like
make 4
us.
pages for one fucking thing, so it's super easy.
Happy?
What classes?
The revolutionary history and like contemporary.
It's revolutionary history, the history of revolutions, or American Revolution?
That's one funny face.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Name's Goofy.
The
I'm
Odyssey,
Sora.
Book 7.
All for one, one for all.
Oh well.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it?
Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Swung me eyes, they're all bilge rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
You know how, like, at the start of the game, you're supposed to lose the fight to Leon? With Kingdom Hearts? I don't know if you've actually played Kingdom Hearts, but...
No,
Leon
I
is
haven't,
Squall
but I
from
think
Final
I have.
Fantasy.
Yeah, you
so
like
the first-
fucking fight the guy from what, Final Fantasy 8 or something?
Yeah, and he's supposed to wipe the floor with you. I utterly destroyed the shit out of him.
Nice. Oh, well, that was the first
But-
boss, so you gotta quit.
No, fuck you. I just finished the technically first boss out of the main island, and I'm 12 minutes in, so I'm gonna get to about 25 or 30 and then call it because I don't want to do a 10-minute stream. But yeah, no, I think it's cool that they have Final Fantasy characters in here. There's even like the child versions of the Final Fantasy characters from like Final Fantasy 9. Sweet, I got dodge roll. Strength and health. Better buy another bracelet. Actually, I think I have enough in this. Equipment, Sora. Why is it only one? Well, it does reduce dark damage, so I'll take that. Donald. Can I have a protect chain? Goofy can have a protect chain. Why is Donald level 8 and me and Goofy are level 11? The fuck, game? Ew, inverted controls, gross.
Oh, my fur and whiskers! I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! I'm here, I should be there! Oh, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Oh, the Queen, she'll have my head for sure!
How did he get so small?
No, you're simply too big. That tracks! Must you be so loud? You woke me up.
Good morning.
Good night. I need a bit more sleep.
Wait, what do we have to do to grow small?
Why don't you try the bottle? Over there.
Come on! Come on!
How do we get the bed?
Court is now in session.
I'm on trial. But why?
Her Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, presiding.
This girl is the culprit. There's no doubt about it. And the reason is? Because I say so, that's why.
That is so unfair.
Well, have you anything to say in your defense?
Of course. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence! You dare defy me?
Hey guys, we should help her out.
We're outsiders, so wouldn't that be muddling? Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
The court
But this
finds
was the Heartless's
defendant
fault, so we can
guilty
intervene.
as charged for the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Off with her head!
No! Oh, please! Hold it right there!
Did you ever hear the history
Who are
joke
you?
of how to tell
Dare you interfere
who
with
is
my
Greek?
court?
How?
Excuse me, but we know who the real
If you
culprit
take off your
is.
clothes, and so do
it's the
they.
Heartless.
Anyway, she's not the one you're looking for.
That's
Yeah,
nonsense.
that's kind
Have
of the
you any
joke.
proof?
Is that like if you're in a room with another dude and you just strip and he strips, he's Greek.
5 more minutes and then I'll swap. Indeed, poor Alice soon to lose her head, and she's not guilty of a thing. If you know the culprit is, then tell us. The Cheshire Cat has all the answers, but doesn't always tell the answer. The culprit, the cat, all lie in the darkness. They're already left the forest. I won't tell which exit. There are 4 pieces of evidence in all. 3 are such to find. The 4th is tricky. Big reward if you find them all. Trust or not to trust? I trust you'll decide. Fuck you. Cryptic bullshit. I do remember the 4th is a giant pain in the ass though.
Come on!
We activate the Trinity. Footprints.
Here!
Why is locking onto the flower now? God damn it. Were you a big fan of Disney movies when you were a kid, Josiah?
Not particularly. Why?
I remember I used to watch Hercules, Bambi, and Tarzan, and Atlantis, which does not get talked about often. It's probably the best fucking Disney movie ever. Religiously. I would watch all of them.
Yeah, no, not religiously, but I have seen most of those.
Have you seen the Atlantis one?
I think so.
I don't have another ether, damn it. Do you have a favorite Disney movie, Josiah?
No. Not off the top of my head, at least.
Fair enough. I remember I used to love the movie Lion King. That was some good shit. What did you watch when you were a kid?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying, off the top of my head, I can't remember. I remember being like, once YouTube came out, it was a lot of YouTube stuff. Off on my head now, I can't remember. A lot of Cartoon Network, I guess.
A lot of Cartoon Network.
Yeah, and playing games. That wasn't my thing. I didn't watch movies that much.
I actually didn't get to play like video games till I was like, I want to say I was 12. The only thing I could do was watch my dad play them. Like my mom wouldn't even let me play like Frogger. So I didn't have many options, so I would watch my dad play Frogger and Siphon Filter on the PS1, and then eventually we had a friend who gave me his Sega, and that was the first game system I ever had. And then after I got the Sega, my mom was like, well, I guess my kids can play video games now, and she decided that she wanted to have us play her Nintendo with her.
See ya!
Which was like Mario and shit like that. But when I got my own PS2, one of the first games I ever got was a game that was Kingdom Hearts. And I stayed up all night long fucking playing it.
I remember a Star Wars Episode 3 game.
Oh, the one where you could choose to be Anakin or Obi-Wan for the GameCube? Or the PS2?
It was PS2.
Yeah. And at the end, you could choose to be Obi-Wan or Anakin, and if you beat one as the other, you got a different ending. So if you beat him as Obi-Wan, you got the true ending, but if you beat him as Anakin, you got an evil ending where Obi-Wan died, right?
I think so.
I played that because I used to go over to my friend's house like all the time, and basically he didn't have a whole lot of games, but he had a bunch of games that I had never played, which was like my first introduction to my first Dragon Ball Z game and like stuff like that. So he had a Dragon Ball Z game, and then he had that game, and then he had the Narnia game for PS2, which I fucking loved for some reason. Because it was like kind of combat focusy, and it was actually pretty nice. But I remember playing that game, and like the Obi-Wan Anakin fight is so fucking hard. It like kicked our asses when we were kids. We kept trying to beat it. It was harder if you played as Anakin, because they didn't want you to get the secret ending, and Obi-Wan would just fuck you up.
I just remember the
and I just remember like
level. It was like
remember that
you
level.
were playing Anakin and you were just going through and like fighting other Jedi, and it was really hard.
Oh yeah, that was right before the final level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could play that game 2 players though. I remember because you could play it 2 players up until the end, and if you did that, it would be the 2 players fighting each other instead of the actual boss at the end. So you could cheese it, which is one of the things me and my friend did. God damn it, Donald, move. Did I get all of them? I feel like I didn't. Ouch. My chest. Footprints, claw marks, and 10 stench. Okay, yeah, I got all 4. Sweet. I can finish this trial and then I will switch off this. So, how would you rate Stellaris as one of your one of the games you play? Would you rate it as like one of your favorites? Stellaris, like how would you rate Stellaris?
So, here's the thing, is that Paradox is probably my favorite game publisher. But, when it comes to their games, Stellaris I feel like is probably the one that they could have easily put on the console. Maybe they could have done Hearts of Iron 4, and that might be a thing they do. But my favorite one is definitely Hearts of Iron 4.
Hearts of Iron 4?
It is a military... It's a World War II. It is
a
World War
II?
Yeah, so it's kind of like Stellaris, but a bit more in depth. Like, you know, Stellaris you have the ship that you customize and you only have like 5 of them. You do that. Well, in Hearts of Iron, you have divisions that you make.
Yeah.
Using army XP that you get from either fighting wars, sending volunteers to fight in wars, sending your equipment. Like, there's a lot of things that go into Hearts of Iron 4. Don't know if they could bring it over to console. Maybe at least not this.
Because of how complicated it is?
Yeah, because all the background algorithms that run in the back and all the AI decisions that have to be made.
Maybe on the next generation, you think?
Maybe. It's just, we're on Stellaris, you can have a maximum of 8. Or I think I looked one day, and I think you can get 3 Fallen Empires. I don't remember if Advanced AI counts under the AI, like, empires that you select, or if there's something else entirely. But if they count under the AIs, I think you can have 3 Fallen Empires and 10... I want to say 10 other AI empires. And then you have the AI set, the AI, advanced AI, which you can get more freedom. But in Hearts of Iron 4, you have every nation that existed during World War II. So, like, the amount of AI decisions that go on during that is much more than Stellaris. So, having that carry over, I don't know if it could. Like I said, it would have to be. It would definitely have to be the next generation. But I mean, you can do some pretty interesting stuff in that Hearts of Iron 4 game.
Fair enough.
Play as Communist America, for example. It's a thing. Added it.
Well,
It's actually really powerful. It's like stupidly powerful.
alright, well I finished my Kingdom Hearts. I just finished the trial for Alice in Wonderland. And so I'm halfway through that world. And yeah, so I'm in my stream enjoying yourself.
I just assume that that's what that